Hey Flosstube, it's Kate the Queen of Starts. It is Friday, January 27th, and once again it's been 2 weeks since my last video. Not for lack of trying. I've been trying to do this video for the last week, but we have made the transition to the toddler bed for Miss Alex, and that's been fun. I'm gonna go with fun. Anyway, so I hope everybody's doing well. I'm just adjusting myself here because I didn't look in the mirror. Not that it matters. This is bugging me. If you saw the last video I was in with Katie, the Stash Queen, you know that my OCD lately has been on the fritz. Trust me, I am not well adjusted. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a great stitchy week and getting lots of fun time stitching in. I have gotten a fair amount in lately, been fairly productive. So, let's get started because I guarantee you this will be 2 videos. I'm probably just going to do starts in this one and then whips and happy mail in the other one. But I'm also going to start with Q&A. I had a few questions on my last video. Thank you so much for all of the condolences and love and hugs on my mom's passing. So, appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, Johnny, and I'm gonna butcher your last name, Wizorak. I'm sorry, Johnny. Gosh, I'm sorry. Anyway, asked, where do you find fabric by the yard? I got my bolt of 28 count white Monaco on Amazon. I think I just put in 28 count cross stitch fabric bolt. Not sure. But it's a 10 yard, it's 10 yards and it's 30 inches wide, so fabulous. Love it. Very handy. Anyway, but yeah, just Amazon.com. And let's see, there we go. Forgot my mouse. All right, Deborah, let's see, here I am again. Scalzo, S-C-A-L-Z-O. I'm sorry. How can you remember where all the needle minders came from? 1, I try to keep track of it in my Xstitch app, but 2, I tend to buy a certain type of needle minders from a certain type of vendor. So I have multiple people I buy minders from, obviously, but I usually tend to drift towards one grouping from one seller. So if I look at it and say, okay, well, this is a button minder, it's either going to be Nifty Needle Nannies or Brenda's Minders and More. This one's kind of blingy, so this is probably True North Needle Minders. So that's usually how I know where they're from, is I try to just buy a type from a certain person. My computer keeps going to sleep. All right, Ginmol 53. Ginmol. Yeah, see, this is why I don't answer questions. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, you asked, I'm always amazed at how nice your fabric stays when you stitch in hand. When I stitch in hand, my fabric gets scrunched up. What's your secret? I don't have one that I know of. I don't fold it, I guess. When I hold the fabric, I don't fold it. I just kind of roll it very loosely and hold the loose roll in my hand. And then when I'm done, I just kind of smooth it out. But I don't really have a secret to, it does get wrinkled. I have pieces that are crazy wrinkled. Lots of pieces. So I don't know what the secret is. If it looks like it's not wrinkled, I don't know how. It's good camera, I guess, maybe. Anyway, that's that. And Ms. Rowe asked, same question, where did your husband get the bolt of fabric? Amazon.com. Tammy Spruce asked, Queen doesn't even begin to cover it. How do you manage all this? I don't know. I like to start new things. I keep all of my whips, starts, all of my cross-stitch pieces that I have working on in, I think I'm up to 2 plastic bins. They're the big bins. And then the 4 of the square cardboard boxes. Katie the Stash Queen has shown them in her video from IKEA. I have my whips in 4 of those. So they're all in alphabetical order. If that, that helps me a lot because I know where things are. When I go to work on something, or I want to work on something for a specific sal, I'll go through my Xstitch app, which has them all in alphabetical order. I'll find what I want to work on if I don't have an idea already, and then I know where to go to look for it. I have boxes set up with all my kitted starts in them. I have boxes set up with pieces I want to kit up and just need certain items for if I'm looking for a specific fabric. I like to be organized sometimes with some things, especially my cross stitch, but that's it. I don't have a lot of storage in this house. Our last house was better on storage, but so my stuff's kind of everywhere, but that's okay. So are my husband's tools and the kids' toys, and it's all good. Oops. Bumping the wrong thing. Stitchcraft and Scissordry. That's so awesome that Gideon remembers us. That's very cool. And then Johnny, I'm not even gonna try to butcher your last name. Do you have a website for your needle minders? No, but I have a Facebook group. It's yeah, I know the name of it. Wow, that went the brain. No Name Needle Minders. No Name is one word, but it has 2 capital N's and needle minders. So if you haven't found me yet, it's No Name Needle Minders is where I sell my minders. Made with Glee asked, how many did you start in all this year? I think I went by this. Maybe I answered last time. I don't remember. I have absolutely no idea. Does that help? I really don't. I guess that was last year. I know it was way more than 366, because I had several days where I had start-a-thons. I know one day I did 20 in one day. I had a lot of others where I did 7 to 10. A lot of doubles. Yeah, I think February was all doubles. May was something like 50, I think. So I have no idea. Probably close to 500. It's probably a good guess. So I think that's it. Yep. Checking. Okay. Yes. So that is all of the questions. So if there's anything you want to ask, feel free to ask. Close that. It's going to die anyway. And we move that. Okay. So starts. Ow. Get my butt situated. All right. Thursday, the last Thursday, 2 weeks ago when my basket's turned around. When I was showing my starts, I had shown the piece I had started that day, but I hadn't finished starting it. I hadn't done my 30 minutes on it, just the 15. So I wanted to start with that one, and that is Country Bloomers by Jeremiah Junction. Oh, so cute. I love it. This is on 14 count white Aida, and there's floss everywhere. I've probably been looking for that. All right, here we are. And I think you saw the dark blue on the bottom of the pant leg there. So I did more of the light blue of that one. That's the Wednesday bloomer. And my needle minder is a cow with sunflowers from Minding My Minders. Great light when I don't hold anything up, but the blinds would help, but maybe I need to close them. All right, Friday the 13th. Really? Yep, Friday the 13th. I did not start a Halloween piece or a spooky piece, or well, that's okay. I remember I had a sale on a spooky piece in the Minder shop. Anyway, this is Hoodies Year Round, and there's actually 2 of them. If you go onto Pinoy Stitch on Etsy, they actually have 2 different versions of the Hoodies Year Round. So I still have to get the second one, and that'll probably be a start next year. But this is Hoodies Year Round on 18 count oatmeal Aida. I have the border started on the January block. This is Little Blue Owl from Minding My Minders. That's not right. See, I had it in my head, didn't say it right. Nifty Needle Nannies. The 3 letters were the same. Anyway, Nifty Needle Nannies on the owl. All right, Saturday the 14th. Was a magazine start. And it is the Halloween Motif Pumpkin by Alessandra Adelaide. And this is from Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue 2012. And I'm doing this on 14 count Aida in, hold on, got Floss trying to come with me, in Grasshopper. Picked this up at Joann's. It is a neon green, which I actually need to go back and get another piece of this because I think this is going to be perfect for the insect Sal from Lakeside Needlecraft. Anyway, there it is. Hold it back here. It's a neon green, but I love the colors in that, the purple, the orange. I'm going to leave it the same. So I started in the center with some black stitches there, and I have a plum, kind of a dark purple plum, sparkly pumpkin from Nifty Needle Nannies. Remember I said earlier, normally I get the big blingy ones from True North Needle Minders. I know I did get 3 pumpkins from her, but I also got 1 purple one from Julie at Nifty Needle Nannies. So, actually I think I have a couple coming from Julie and Erica and Brenda and everybody. Anyway, Sunday the 15th was a paper start. I go in a little order: electronic, magazine, paper, or book. Electronic, magazine, paper, or book. So anyway, this is Hope Owl from Design Works. Love this. This is for my Hope. And this is a kit. I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. So I believe this is, I know it's Aida. It is 14 count. Okay, wasn't sure. 14 count white Aida. And a little yellow blob there on the owl's belly. And I have a little sleepy owl from Nifty Needle Nannies. It's not obvious I like owls. Not at all. Alright. Monday the 16th. We're back to electronic. This is also a whip. It's a start and a whip. I've worked on it a couple times. This is the Rainbow Sal from Connie G. I think it's Connie G Stitchers. Maybe it's just Connie G Designs. Anyway, she's fabulous. This is her Rainbow Sal that she is very sweetly, very generously offering for free. Although she does ask that you either make a donation or consider buying a chart from her Etsy shop, which I think is more than fair. I wandered over and found a few more charts I had to have. So anyway, this is 18 count oatmeal Aida, and I changed up the colors on the outside border. I'm doing that in Alexandria's Inspiration from Carrie's Creation. And then there are some motifs here on this section here that I'm going to be doing in Kreinik. And then the center of each monthly motif, January is obviously out. I'm going to do that in the beads for each month. So I did just pick up some garnet beads to do the January motif. And I have a blingy rainbow Mickey Mouse from True North Needle Minders. Okay, Tuesday the 17th was a magazine. Hang on, I have this separate. This is December 1999, the Cross Stitcher, and it's the cover picture right there from the Joan Elliott Monthly Angel series. This is the poinsettia angel, obviously, for December. Love these. Actually, when I started it, several people had asked about it. I went on eBay just to see if they had the rest of the magazines to complete the series. I had 3 of them, and I believe there are 7 for all 12 designs, and I was actually able to find them all. So you'll see that in my Happy Mail section. Anyway, so this start is on 14 count navy Ada. And I swapped out the white. It calls for just white. Normally I swap out for B5200, but I actually did 3865, kind of a winter white. Oh, the light changed again. Okay. And my minder is a blingy, swirly present from Minding My Minders. Actually, I have 2 more starts ready for this magazine. Okay, Wednesday the 18th, we're back to a paper chart, and this is by Leisure Arts, and it's called Dust Bunnies. I loved it. I love it. It says, this house is protected by killer dust bunnies. Yes, it is. I had more fun stitching than dusting, so... Alright, this is on 28 count antique white Monaco from MCG Textiles. So this is their antique white, which looks more like oatmeal. Alright. I cut it a wee bit short, but I think it'll be alright. So I got the This House done. And I have a Peeps. That's what they're called. Peep Bunny Needle Minder from Nifty Needle Nannies. I don't like to eat Peeps, but I think they're cute. Alright, Thursday the 19th, I started an electronic chart. This is Zentangle Butterfly Silhouette from Trident Creations. Absolutely adore their Zentangle charts. I have the owl started, I have the butterfly now. I want to get the squirrel. I'm not sure why, but I do. So that's what it looks like. Absolutely stunning. And I'm stitching this 1/1 on 28 count Lugana from Picture This Plus in, can't remember the name of this, hold on. Okay, I don't remember the name because I took the tag off and didn't leave it in the bag. It's in my X-Stitch app. If you really want to know the name, I can look it up and ask me a question. It's gorgeous. It's purple. Beautiful dark purple. Haven't a clue what the name is. But there's my little start right there in the center. Black blob. And my needle minder is from Minding My Minders. Hi, Miss Kelly. If you're watching, I hope you're doing well. All right, Friday the 20th was a magazine start. Glory, that was a long day. We spent at the DMV getting a teenager her state ID, and that was delightful. Anyway, this is from Stitcher's World, January 2001. There's the cover. And it is You Are My Sunshine. Isn't that cute? I fell in love with that. So cute. And a really fun stitch. I am one of the very odd people who likes to stitch large chunks of the same color. I find it very relaxing. So this only has 4 colors, I think, in it. You know, I think I meant to look for that Kreinik at Stitch Niche the other day and I forgot. Didn't put it in my shopping list. Shame, shame. Anyway, 28 count white Monaco. This is off my bolt that I got. I have a little flowered sheep needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. And I have some gray in the middle. It's actually 3 or 4 shades of gray, black, and then the yellow sun is Kreinik that I forgot to pick up. Okay, where are we? Saturday. Saturday the 21st was a paper start. This is by Cross My Heart, and it's called Pure Country A to Z. This has actually been on my start list for a couple of years. So, you know me and my alphabets. I love them. This is on 14 count white Aida. Looks black, but it's not. It's actually 939. This is actually a pretty big piece. So there is the start of the letter R in very dark blue, which is all the letters. And that is completely upside down. I bet that's why that didn't even, well, not that you could tell it was an R, but kind of looks like an R now. Anyway, and I have a checkered chicken needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Sunday the 22nd, I started the Quotes to Live By Sal from Stitchrovia. We have an unhappy child. She's doing very well sleeping in her bed at night, but naps during the day, not so great. Anyway, so I'm changing up the colors on this to suit my moods and to go with my fabric. This is on 28 count Jobelin in Khaleesi. And I can just hear Leslie cringing now and correcting my pronunciation of that. Hi, Leslie. But this is from Under the Sea Fabrics. And I started with the very carefully counted up to, this is actually the first quote. So there it is in the center. And my mind is escaping me on what the quote is. Anyway, I'm stitching that in Tiger's Eye from Carrie's Creation. I have a couple other colors pulled for potential colors for the border, but like I said, I'm just changing this up to go with my moods and the fabric. And my needle minder says, "You are you." Now, isn't that pleasant? It's a quote from Dr. Seuss, and that is from No Name Needle Minders. I've gotten better over the last week or so. I don't often make my own needle minders anymore, and as I'm making them for other people, it's quite funny. A lot of times I'll say, "Oh, that's really cute. That'd be perfect on my whatever whip or my whatever start," and I don't make it for myself. I usually don't even look at the image sheets that closely until I'm making them. I've been better about making my own lately. Not that stops me from buying from other people. Monday, 23rd. Lego. Alright. Was a magazine start. This is Cross Stitch Lover from Ursula Michael. And it's from Just Cross Stitch, February 2016. Love it. Just so pretty, bright colors. Of course, I'm changing them. Not all of them, but I love to change word charts to variegated floss because colors aren't crucial, so you can change them to whatever you like. This is 28 count white Monaco. There's the whole thing. And my start on that, I started the word scissors, and I'm stitching it in Bliss from Carrie's Creation. See kind of a blue and pink, a little bit of purple. And my needle minder says Stitch Maniac, and that's from No More Lost Needles. It was there and then it was gone. Yes, No More Lost Needles. Tuesday the 24th was a paper start. It's by Leisure Arts, and it's called Merry Christmas, A to Z. Another one of my alphabets. This is another good size piece. This is on 28 count tea-dyed Lugana. And I'm starting on the borders. I decided I wanted to do all the borders first. So I'm going to be doing borders for quite some time. And here I am showing it to you upside down again. Not that you can tell, but it was upside down. And my minder is a blingy Santa Mickey Mouse from True North Needle Minders. Ooh, did I fall into Erica's button bottle cap rabbit hole earlier today? Went in there to get a couple. Ended up with, I don't even know how many. We'll see when the invoice comes. Alright. Wednesday. Today's Friday. Wednesday was an electronic start, and I'm so sorry I can't show you even the finished product or even give you a link because it's no longer available. This is the Teacup Posy collection by Vermilion Stitchery. Katie the Stash Queen started all of these last year. So this is the January Snowdrops one. I'm doing mine on 28 count white Monaco, and I'm going to be doing three long pieces, so there'll be 4 teacups on each one. So this is the January one. 4 different shades of green. And I have a pink flower needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know what the flower is. It's pretty. That's all I know. It's pretty. Alright, yesterday, now we're up to yesterday, was a magazine start. And it is from the Just Cross Stitch December 2013 issue. And this is another Alessandra Adelaide piece. Pretty, pretty. It's called Christmas Ornament. I have decided to stitch it entirely in Krynic and beads. I did think about all beads, but I thought maybe it's very dense in the middle, so decided to do Krynic in the middle and then beads all along the outside and the top. This is, now see, I kept the tag for this one. This is by Picture This Plus, 28 count Lugana in Herald. It's kind of an evergreen. Not as blue as it's showing up, but it's more of an evergreen, forest green. But there we are in the middle. Started that. I'm doing that in Krynic 032. And I have a Christmas tree needle minder from Brenda's Minders and More. Alright, today is a paper start. And if you've seen my post in Mania this morning, I was torn between Blue Jeans and Daisies or Snowy Blue Cottage by Nora Corbett. I love everybody's votes that I should do both because I'm the queen of starts. Jessie Marie, loved your comment. Monique, love your comments. Anyway, so let me show you. I haven't decided either way what I'm doing. If I'm doing one or the other, or both. It's almost noon. I should probably make up my mind. I haven't stitched yet today. I've had other stuff to do. So this is one choice. Blue Jeans and Daisies from Blue Ribbon Designs. And I will be starting this either today or at some point. on the recommended Weeks Dye Works linen in blue jeans. I think it's called blue jeans. I bought this, let's see. Yes, blue jeans. Yes, okay, that's what it's called. I bought this off of Stash Unload, and so it came all together. But that's the recommended fabric. It's linen. You know, I don't get along with linen. The other choice is Snowy Blue Cottage by Nora Corbett. I just picked up the Krynic for the first part of the building there the other day. And I will be stitching this on 28 count Jobelin in Lapis from Under the Sea Fabrics. Pretty bluish purple. So those are my choices for today. Like I said, one or the other or both. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Well, there's all my starts. Hey, we might actually make it into one video. That would be awesome. So let's move on to whips. Hang on. Hey, I anticipated a little break there to clean my stuff out. Okay. My first whip here is the Christmas Star Quilt Block by Jeremiah Junction. I can find the cover. This is from the February 2010 issue of Cross Country Stitching magazine. And this is my 10 a day project. I do 10 stitches a day on it. So this is 18 count Oatmeal Ada. I finished all of the first color and have started the second color. I'll be adding more blocks as the year goes by. And my needle minder is from True North Needle Minders, and it says stitching rules. Any questions asked while I am counting stitches will be answered with louder counting. Everybody in my house knows, don't throw off Mama's groove when she's counting. Alright, my next whip here is, you've seen this before, this got a lot of love in January. This is Rejoice by Ursula Michael. There's an Erica Michaels and there's an Ursula Michael without the S. So this is from the Fall 2016 Cross Stitch and Needlework. So I finally put this away for a couple of weeks. My goal is actually to finish this by the end of the year and have it hung up for Christmas. This is 28 count antique white Lugana. And so you can see this got a lot of love this month. So finished all of the borders for the glass. I did almost all of the light red. I think I have one or two more blocks to go. I did all of the blue, both light and dark. Added more leaves. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, I'm sorry. My needle minder says, remember the reason for the season, and it's from Minding My Minders, which is no longer around. First place I ever bought needle minders. I can't even tell you which was my first one. Alright, so anyway, told you I took a break from Rejoice. This is for the Ultimate Cross Stitch challenges that they do all the time for all different things, which is, it's fun. It really helps me focus. So I put Rejoice away for a little while, and I pulled out, this is actually also for the Puffle Stitch challenge for the Subversive Valentine piece that we were working on this week. And it's an electronic chart. It's from Nerdy Little Stitcher, all one word, on Etsy. Adorable charts. I have several from them. Well, I don't have a picture or even anything. But it's Thanks for Putting Up With Me. But it's Pudding, pudding. and it has, they have a lot of kawaii charts. So it's 2 little pudding cups. So this is 14 count antique white Ada, and got blue all over the place. Get out of there. Okay, move. Okay, so 2 pudding cups. I changed out the colors of the pudding. So this is actually Strawberry Sundae by Carrie's Creation, and this is chocolates. So that's me, that's Tim. So I have all of this one done. I did the light blue on the outside. I still have to do the face. This one has all the brown. I've started doing the blue, and then all I have to do is put the words at the bottom. So made a lot of progress on that. And this is, there's a chocolate bar needle minder from Minding My Minders. Yes, baby. I did not understand a word of that. I'm sorry. She's almost 3. I do understand about 90% of what she says. But sometimes she's telling me something really important and I'm just not understanding it. She told me something about a game. I got that part. Are you playing the Minnie Mouse game with Sissy? She's gone on to other things. Anyway, moving on. Whips. I worked on, this is Cross Stitch Crazy from Jeremiah Junction. There's 3 charts in it. I'm working on this one right now, the Cross Stitch Crazy Certified Support Group. Love it. Anyway, so this is 14 count white Ada. It's 14. So I finished the word certified in the middle and have started filling in the yellow around it. So, and my needle minder says cross stitch is cheaper than therapy. Not that you can see it. But it's from Stitchy Time Creations on Facebook. Get in there. All right, next up for the Stitch Mania Joan Elliott Sal. I am working on, actually finished working on this for the month. This is the Roly Poly Snowman from Christmas Cross Stitch Treasures, I think is the name of the book. So I bought the electronic download from Hirschner's, but very, very cute series. This is 14 count perforated plastic, and you can see that I have 2 ornaments on here, but here's the snowman. So I finished all of the white in the center. I did the Kreinik all the way around, and I did the dark blue and some of the light blue I've started. So working on the snowman. They're not very big, but they're solid. So there's a lot to them. Okay, for the Stitch Mania Sal Winter Wonderland, I'm working on Snow Day, part of the 6 Fat Men series from Lizzie Kate. I have all of them on the same piece of fabric. This is 14 count Ada in Smoke Tone. So here's the whole thing. And right now I'm just working on borders. So I did a lot more of the border on Snow Day. Next time I work on this, I should be able to finish the border. And I have a little fat snowman minder from Brenda's Minders and More. I have the other 3 charted to start this year. I only have 3 of them started. Okay, next up for the Stitch Mania Color a Day Sal for January was Garnet. And I worked on my Birthstone Dragons Sal from Ingleside Imaginarium. This is 32 count Belfast Linen in Gingerbread from Picture This Plus. Andrea, love you, at Stitch Niche. This is where I got this from. But yes, we were talking when I bought this fabric, and I said, I may be cursing this fabric later on, and I have cursed it a few times, because 1, it's linen, 2, it's 32 count. I use my magnifier when I work on this. Anyway, but I worked on this. I did more of the Kreinik. Actually, it doesn't call for Kreinik, but I'm doing the border in Kreinik. So I did more of the border so I could work my way up to the January block, so I could start working on the dragon. And I switched out, I think it calls for 814 DMC, and I switched it out for Old World Red from Carrie's Creation. So I just started the dragon's tail, and my needle minder is a white dragon from No Name Needle Minders. All right, next up, this was a daily rotation piece, not a sal. My daily rotation just goes with, if I get my rotation for the year so far is I do my start for 30 minutes. I work on 2 different sals for 30 minutes each. Ideally, I'd be working on a Haid for 30 minutes a day. That has not happened recently. And then the rest of my stitching time for the day is for a daily rotation piece. It's a stitching roulette, I guess. I go with, okay, so if I started a paper chart that day, my rotation piece is a paper chart. But I honestly, sometimes I think of a specific piece, but most of the time I just open one of the bins or boxes, stick my hand in, and pull out a chart. And that's what I work on. And that just gets however much time I can get on it in a day. At least 30 minutes, but hopefully more. But some days I get all 5 pieces worked on, some days I don't. 5? Something like that. Anyway, this is Autumn Alphabet by Lizzie Kate. And I'm stitching this on 14 count Ada in Harvest from Fabrics by LJ. Really pretty orange. I'm pretty sure I swapped out the colors in this. It's all DMC, but I swapped it out. So there's the fabric. Really pretty orange. I finished the border around the M, and then I started the border on the Q. And my needle minder is a Jack the Pumpkin King from the name of the movie is The Nightmare Before Christmas. There we go. Anyway, the needle minder is from Nessa's Needle Minders, which I'm not sure if she's selling needle minders anymore either. So I haven't talked to her lately. So Vanessa, I hope you're doing well. I think you're at Disney World right now. But that's always fun. Anyway. This is my Clouds Factory Sal. What fabulous women in history, famous women in history, I always forget. Anyway, worked a little bit more on this. This is 14 count Ada in Thankful from Fabrics by LJ. It's purple. It's showing up blue, but it's purple. And I finished Eleanor Roosevelt's skirt and almost stitched the whole table. So my minder says, "Why fit in when you were born to stand out?" Another Dr. Seuss quote. This one came from True North Needle Minders. I start all the sales when they start, but I don't keep up with them. I just stitch them. I'd like to fit, I didn't in January, but my goal is for February to fit all of the monthly sales in somewhere. So each one is getting worked on at least one day a week. So be it Clouds Factory, Frosted Pumpkin, which I haven't started yet, the Connie G, the Dragons, all the different sales. The Fantasy sale I need to work on, and Under the Sea needs started. I don't think the insect sale starts till next month. It's Year of the Sales, but they're all so good this year. I mean, they're always good, but anyway, this was another, this was an electronic chart that I pulled out to work on. Do I have a picture? I do. This is by Artisy. This was one of their free charts. They give 2 charts away for free every 2 weeks. I think they're set to update it Sunday. But it's artisy.com, and like I said, they give away 2 free charts every week. This was one of them one week. This is Geometric Design 1. So I'm stitching all of the black right now. When I fill it in, I'm not going to be using their colors. I'm going to be using different variegated threads. Don't know which ones yet, but... Alright, so made quite a bit of progress. I had just this section and part of this done. So I did all of this here. It's 18 count white Aida, and my minder is lots of little yellow smiley faces from Minding My Minders. Because this makes me happy. Okay. For cross stitch, it's fun, and puffle stitch. It was Winnie the Pooh Day the other day, so we had a pop-up sale to work on a Winnie the Pooh theme project, or to make any one of your whips fit into the Winnie the Pooh theme. But I actually do have a Winnie the Pooh project. This is from the Disney Home Pooh and Friends booklet by Leisure Arts. I'm stitching these 4 here on the cover, all in one piece of fabric. It's 14 count white Aida, and I decided to work on Piglet for the day. So this is the whole thing. You can see the different blocks, and I've got the appropriate minder for each block. So there's Pooh on the Pooh block, Tigger on the Tigger block, Eeyore on the Eeyore block. But my Piglet minder on the Piglet block, I did a lot of yellow border. Lots of yellow border for the day. All right. I did work a little bit more on my, I think I've worked on it once since last time I saw you, but I worked on it. This is my Super Size Max Color Aid Gingerbread House by Amy Stewart. And this is on 28 count white Lugana. I'm stitching it 2/1 half stitch. A lot bigger than this, obviously. It's just all kinds of folded. But there I worked on more of the red in the top corner lollipop, and my minder is an M&M, red M&M needle minder from Minding My Minders. The nice thing about working half stitches for these is in half an hour, if I'm working on it for half an hour, I can get a good 150 stitches in because they're just half stitches. So I like that. All right. Oh, I know I pulled this out. Oh, I think these got, yeah, they fell over. Okay. For the Stitch Mania Christmas all year long sale, I finally decided what I wanted to work on. Just kind of hemmed and hawed because I love to stitch Christmas, so I had so many projects to choose from. I have decided I'm going to work on the, because I started all of these already. I'm going to work on the 12 Days of Christmas from Satsuma Street. I have all 12 started as separate projects. So I'm going to work on number 1, day 1 in January, day 2 in February. I doubt I'll finish any of them, you know, in the amount of time that I give to work on them, but I will make good progress on them. So this one I might actually finish, saying that, you know. These are all on 14 count white Aida, so day 1 is Partridge in a Pear Tree. So I had the outline of the peaches. These are pears. It's a pear tree. I had the outline of the peaches. Here it is again. I apparently want peaches. They're going to be pears. I finished the pears. There. I finished all of the pears. I did a lot more on the bird. I filled in the head and filled in the one here, and I started doing the border around it in green. And my needle binder is a Mickey Mouse needle binder with fuzzy on him from Gina's Unique Boutique. It's a peach tree, apparently. All right. We had another pop-up sale in Cross Stitch It's Fun and Puffle Stitch, and it was squirrel themed. So I pulled out, this is a free design by Erica Michaels from rainbowgallery.com, and it was the 2006 Cross Stitchers Surprise Series. So this is the alphabet series. You know, A is for something, B is for something. I started all of these last year, and they all have a different specialty stitch on each one. But there's very good diagrams on how to do the specialty stitches if you don't know, which I don't know how to do most of them. So it's fun. This is 28 count Monaco from MCG Textiles, that antique white, somewhat oatmeal type piece. This is A is for acorn. So I finished this bottom A. I did these 3 A's here, and I started one of the leaves. So I'm doing this all in DMC. It calls for rainbow gallery thread, but I'm using the brand new DMC colors that you can't purchase separately. They come in a box. So I'm just kind of changing them up at, on a whim. So some brown, some orange, some green. And I have a little acorn needle minder that I made myself. Nope, nothing else in there. Okay, I have one more whip that I worked on, wasn't last night, night before. This is Coffin Buzz, and this is a free design from Plum Street Samplers. No, I don't have a website. But yeah, it's just Plum Street Samplers Coffin Buzz, not coffee, but it's about coffee. It says, "Here lies my sleeping body, as lifeless as can be. If thou shouldest bring me coffee, I would spring to life with glee." And this is on 14 count antique white Aida, and I'm stitching this with 2 of the, I have no idea what it's charted for. It's charted all in one color, 3371, but I changed that. I'm stitching it in 2 of the new DMC colors, 3888 and 86. Kind of a dusky purple and a mauve. So there's the piece. I was up to the L here. So I finished the L, did the DST in the shouldest, and I did thou. This was already done. So my needle minder is from True North Needle Minders, and it says, "I haven't had my coffee yet, don't make me kill you." That is a real sentiment. Got to have my coffee. That's been the fun part about Alex getting up she was getting up at 5 in the morning. We've gotten her moved up to 7 now. But coming in at 5 in the morning, Mommy? It's like, don't talk to Mommy. Mommy hasn't had coffee. So, anywho. Alright, well, that wasn't too bad. It is going to be 2 videos, but all my starts, all my whips are in this one. So my next one will just be Happy Mail. So if you don't want to see the Happy Mail, that's fine. You don't have to watch the second video. But I'm going to go have some lunch. Check on the kids. They're out there playing. I think Hope's finishing up her schoolwork. So, should be finishing up her schoolwork. I think that's all I got. Yep, okay. So I'm going to go have some lunch and then I'll come back and do Happy Mail. So, thanks for watching if you did. If not, that's okay. I've just been talking to myself and... Hello, Annie. Happy birthday. I've just, been logging my own starts, which is awesome. So, Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye.